Good morning. It is Tuesday, July 8th. I hope you had an enjoyable weekend. We are using the Queen of Swords tarot casting sticker. The spread positions on this one is like my daily mixture, so a spread that you've seen before. I am working on a couple new ones in my Patreon, so be sure that you're following over there for when those debut. We are using the felt tarot for the energy of this week. We have the Empress. I like that. I like that energy. It kind of piggybacks on the spread from last week. So the Empress is saying that there's like this world that we're creating, right? And that like if you can dream it, it can happen. You can be it. The Empress is basically bringing into the world things that only you thought were maybe once possible. It's a good energy focus for the week. So let's see what's over guiding us. Got the Nature's Portals. When I shuffle these, I shuffle them overhand because of the round nature of them. And then I just kind of let one come out, and we've got the Fox. And so I see that as like maybe there's some boundaries that need to be in place, that need to be screamed about. There's some intuition that you're following as well. Fox are very intuitive creatures. They think outside of the box to get what they need. You know, like you don't always know that they're there, but you might be able to hear them. That's why I say state your boundaries. Like around here when the vixens start screaming their territory lines, you know it. So maybe that could tie in to whatever it is that you're bringing into this world. You know, make sure you have your boundaries intact, because there's always going to be naysayers. There's always going to be people interjecting their opinions on what you should or shouldn't do. And it could even come from a place of like love, but you need to have your sights on your prize, and the boundaries that you implement are going to be very important. Lay out some tarot tiles. We've got the Hermit. Put that there. The Ace of Swords. Put that there. Nine of Pentacles. And the Ace of Cups. Ooh, look at that. I love that. So what has brought us to this is this position of maybe you've just been in some like solitude and in your comfort space, you know, like with that Nine of Pentacles energy. It's kind of like shining a light on the things that really make you feel comfortable, bring you that luxury, and maybe it's just like being in your little hideaway. But going forward, in order to bring whatever it is that you're working on out into the world, you've got to think about some new ideas, and there's going to be some emotional breakthroughs that happen this week. Again, all in line with keeping the boundaries intact. I think that's like just some really good energy to begin a new month, begin a new chapter, whatever it is. Keep your wits about you and just be aware of the things that you're wishing for and watching them come true. Gonna bring in some Lenormand to tether it. Oh, we got the anchor jumper. Throw that there. And then the letter, put that there. And I'll do the 3 at the bottom. I've got 3. And we've got the moon, the ship, and the lily. Okay, so bringing this in, like I said, the big energy this week is the Empress, like something that you're bringing into this world, some ideas that are just finally coming from this other portal and spilling out into your waking world instead of just being the stuff of dreams. And what has brought you to this point is being able to shine a light on those and being like, you know what, I'm afraid, but I know that this is my calling, this is what I'm meant to do. You know, I am comfortable now. I'm sitting in my lap of luxury, quote unquote, because change is always scary, right? Like, and what has brought us there and what keeps us there is the stability of this comfort kind of prevents us sometimes from moving on. Like, you know, I think about what we know is always more comfortable than the unknown, even if it's not what's in our best, you know, like it's fine to stay here. If this works, that's cool. But if you want to go forward and you want to bring this idea, you're going to have those boundaries. You're going to have to speak them because they're going to be subtle, you know, so you're going to have to voice them, and you're going to have to like really, really just trust your instincts on it and think outside the box with it. And then going forward, there's going to be some new ideas that are backed up by just this emotion. Like you just feel it and you know that this is it. And the letter is saying that there's going to be signs. You're going to be receiving messages that show you you're in alignment with what it is that you're bringing into the world. The undercurrent is like telling me that there's this spotlight on this, and it could be coming from far and maybe some elder wisdom, you know, but it's like pure intentions, and it's just helping you move towards that. You know, it could be trade, it could be just some new big ideas, new ideas on your career perhaps too. And then I'm going to bring in some charms to give us some guideposts for the week. Okay, we've got roll of the dice. Where'd it go? Got a 5. It's like the tiniest die. Tattoo machine. Brass knuckles. And the key. Okay, so when I see that dice and I see the 5, I think about like being on top of your game, right? Like the 5 is closer to where you want, but I also see that there might be some stability but pushback. You know, like it's gonna be something that's like you're gonna have to really look at it for just this week. Take a roll of the dice and just know that there might be some pushback. Even though you have your plans in order, there's always going to be those who are giving you a little bit of pushback, so just take a roll of the dice and take that chance. The tattoo machine, whenever I see that, talking about getting back to work, I've been on a little vacation, so to say, because of my arm. Has been kind of bothering me, but for you, it could talk about the things that are indelibly marked in your soul. So look to maybe your values, look to those things that are worth, you know, quote unquote, the hill that you're going to die on, but just look at what it is that is permanently marked in your soul. The brass knuckles tell me that there might come a time that you have to fight for what you want. And so don't be afraid to do that. And the key here is just doors will be unlocked for you. You have the key. And so just go forth with this week, and, you know, whatever it is that you're bringing into the world, I wish you great success. It looks like, you know, full sails ahead. So see you here next week. Let me know if you like this, and be sure to subscribe. And go follow me on Patreon, and also be sure to sign up for the newsletter, because when I do the newsletters, I also give a written version of the reading, which is based on this, and then it helps me collect my thoughts a little bit more. So anyway, I will see you next week. I hope you have a good one. Bye.